comes the 1-1. Bounces in the dirt. I'm going to say a foul ball off of Levy. I guess they are. Might have hit his knob or something. It's 1-2. From the windup, the kick. The 1-2 pitch. Misses downstairs, 2-2. Florence with a 2-0 lead here in the top half of the second. The base is empty and 2 away. 2-2 again. Misses outside. Levy works himself a full count. Rory Tettemer on the call here. Whether you're listening on the YouTube audio stream or Flow Sports, we appreciate you guys tuning into the Florence Y'alls Baseball Network. And we're happy that the Y'alls are winning as well. Delgado again from the windup. Payoff. Ground ball over to the shortstop. Parks has it. Throw on to first is in time. And that will end the inning. Casey Delgado rebounds with the 1-2-3 inning against the 7-8-9 for Florence. We'll head to the bottom half of the second. Y'alls on top 2-0 here on Y'alls Baseball Network.
Otters fans, it's time for the Hoosier Lottery's jackpot toss. Our honor bells will release Hoosier Lottery beach balls into the crowd. Pass the balls through the crowd, and when the music stops, everyone 18 or older holding a ball will win a $30 Hoosier Lottery prize bag. Are you ready? Launch! And stop! Congratulations from the Hoosier Lottery and the Evansville Otters. The Honor Bell staff will let you know how to claim your prize. Stop by your local Hoosier Lottery retailer to pick up your Mega Millions ticket for tonight's drawing. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly. Up to you, Zane.
Thanks, Lucas. It's time to see who's decorated the Evansville Furniture Home Store Best Seats in the House. Our lucky winner gets to spend the rest of the game with the best seats in the house. And so I say congratulations to Les and Brenda Moreland. Les and Brenda Moreland, congratulations, and we would like to welcome Les and Brenda.
Bottom half of the second inning brings us our umpire intro. Is brought to you by Republic Bank. Republic Bank, one of Newsweek's best banks in America in 2024. Come see why it's just easier here at any of Republic Bank's ATMs in the tri-state area or the 5 locations along the Ohio River. The umpire crew today: behind home plate, Ted Dutcher. Down the first base line, Adam Morgan. Down the third base line, Archer Flores Pareda. Been a while since we've seen this crew. It's good to have them back. It's also always good when the Y'alls have a 2-0 lead. Evan Webster back out after a 1-2-3 opening frame where he struck out the side. The first pitch laced down the left field line. That'll drop in fair, go all the way to the wall. Bednar on his way to second. He'll stop there with a leadoff double. Bednar gets the action started here. Evan Webster tied his season high in the opening inning in strikeouts with 3. Pretty amazing. He's had that in 2 starts, 2 out of 4 starts. Now he's got it 3 out of 5. With 1 more strikeout, he'll break his season high, which shouldn't be too hard, you would hope. First pitch to Logan Brown, big swing and a miss on the off-speed. Brown, 221 average, 25 RBIs, and a 236 on base. The catcher today for Casey Delgado, who he has a 2-0 record with. The 0-1, runner takes off, throw on to third, it's a good one, in time. Don't run on Sergio Gutierrez. He claims another victim. Base is cleared. There's 1 away. Gotta know that scouting report coming in if you're an opponent of Florence. We actually spoke to the Windy City broadcaster who was talking to Cam Feltz, who's number 2, in stolen bases this season in the Frontier League. He said that he knew that Sergio Gutierrez had a very good arm, so it's going to be hard to get some stolen bases against him. He went 1 for 3. Gutierrez came out on top, 2-1. Foul tipped in and out of the glove. It's a 2-2 count with 1 away and the bases empty. That's nice for Webster. Yeah, lets off a leadoff double that was laced down the line, but his team backs him up, especially Sergio Gutierrez backs him up, and he can go back to the windup, get back in that rhythm. Looking for his season high in strikeouts. 2-2 count. From the windup, the kick, the pitch. Fouled away. Again, I don't know if I can trust that radar out there. 84 miles per hour. I think that was a fastball from Webster, so that doesn't line up. 2-2. Sending the air down the left field line again, foul. Good battle here from Logan Brown. Waiting on deck, Mason White. 2-2 pitch, runs inside, almost plunks Logan Brown. He's able to avoid it. It's a full count. Evan Webster, middle of the rubber. From the windup, the payoff pitch, called strike 3. Frozen fastball dotted up on the outside part of the plate. 4 strikeouts on the day for Webster. That is a season high for the young fella. 2 away here in the bottom half of the second inning. His first looking. Brings up Mason White from the left side. First pitch to him, big swing and a miss on the fastball. Back-to-back lefties here for Evan Webster. 3 of his 4 Ks have been against lefties. 0-1 misses downstairs. He will most definitely have the advantage against this Evansville team, who's trying their best to separate the lefties with the 3 righties in between, but it's lefty, righty, lefty, righty, lefty, lefty, righty, lefty, lefty. That one's fouled away. So it should be a big-time advantage for Evan Webster, getting a bunch of lefty-lefty battles here. And then Justin Felix on the bench is the only bench player. 1-2, sent in the air towards shallow center field. In comes TJ Reeves, who makes the grab into the tan leather mitt. An unconventional 1-2-3 from Evan Webster. 6 up, 6 down for the young fella as we head to the top half of the third. Y'all's with a 2-0 lead. We'll be right back with Tettemer Trivia. Don't go anywhere here on Y'all's Baseball Network.
Competing with Ayante and Jacob to win 2 GA tickets. Are you ready? And throw. Awesome job, great work. Up to you, Zane.
Thanks, Lucas. We are ready to announce the winner of our first door prize for the evening. The winner of the Eyewitness News prize package, lucky them, is ticket number 181544. 181544, going home with an Eyewitness News prize package. You can pick up your prize at the Habitat table located right next to the main tunnel on the outer concourse. That winning ticket number 181544. Congratulations. Saying hello in left field to Evolve. Evolve is here in left field, having a group down with about 50. Great to have them. Adam Ruggles' group is in section 1. Adam's group makes some noise. Great to have them. Lauren Gates. Hello to you in section 2 and our aforementioned friends from Eyewitness News and WBHT. They're in section 3. Plus the city of Boonville, the Pioneers, they're in section 16, 17, 18, 19, and in right field. And Paula Frichtel's group from the Corona Monster Patio Decks 8, 9, and 10. Hello to all of our group outings here this evening.
Top of the third, always brought to you by the Roar Agency, located in all 50 states across the nation. Feel the Roar difference with Roar Insurance. Visit us today at roarins.com. Top of the order due up for the Y'alls. It's Davis, Johnson, Fuentes. Y'alls with a 2-0 lead against the Evansville Otters here in the top half. The third on Y'alls Baseball Network. First pitch to Davis. Catches the inside part of the plate in there for a strike. Davis sent one out towards right field his last time up, and it was a great play from Gary Mattis. But a good piece of lumber from Davis his first time around. 0-1. Misses outside. We are playing Tettemer trivia in the inning. The way it works, I read a question, top half of the third, give you guys the answer in the bottom half of the third. You guys have the option to play along. Head on over to Twitter. It's rtettemer9 or Florence_Y'alls. That one's skied in the infield. Everyone's coming in on it. Paven Parks, the captain of the infield, makes the grab. There's one away. Florence_Y'alls on Twitter or rtettemer9. It's RTETTEMER9. Head on over there. You can find the question. I'll also be reading the question aloud here. Ed Johnson steps up to the plate, walked, stole a base, and score his last time around. That one misses outside on the off-speed. Question of the day for Tettemer Trivia. Who led all of Major League Baseball hitters in OPS, on-base percentage, plus slugging, in the year of 2014? 1-0. Misses outside. Now, I should say, our creative director, Nick Thurling, had the option to pick any year. I said of recent memory. At first, he picked 1973, and I couldn't find a stat from 1973 that I would have enjoyed or anyone even would have gotten. So then he went back and picked 2014, and I found a statistic that I would like to see if anyone could know for Tettemer Trivia. So who led all of Major League Baseball hitters in OPS, that's on base plus slugging, in 2014? Head on over to Twitter, get your guesses in. I'll shout you out on the broadcast. 2-1 count. Delgado from the stretch. The kick, the pitch, fouled away. 2-2 to Johnson. It's a 2-2 count to Johnson. Delgado with one away here in the top half of the third. Here comes a 2-2 pitch. Hard hit through the left side of the infield for a base hit. Ed Johnson continues his hit streak. Now brings it to 10 games. That's a season high. Or brings it to 11 games, which is a season high. Got some good guesses already for our Tettemer Trivia. I'll start reading the guesses the bottom half of the inning. That way you guys have the option to play along. First pitch misses downstairs on an off-speed to Fuentes. So 1 count. Fuentes launched with a 2-run shot to deep left field in the opening frame that gave Florence their 2-0 lead. That's his second homer at Bossy Field this season. 0-1, misses outside. Delgado on the mound has already given up almost double the amount of runs he's supposed to, with his earned run average at 1.23. The 1-1 pitch misses outside again. It's been all off speeds to Fuentes. I'm shocked that Ed Johnson hasn't taken advantage of it. He's 1 for 1 in stolen bases against Delgado already in this game. I wouldn't be gambling here. With 3 off speeds already, you should see a fastball, which is obviously easier to get a runner out on. 2-1, misses inside. There's that fastball. 90 miles per hour from Casey Delgado. 3-1 count to Fuentes. Steady in the right-handed batter's box. 11 home runs on the season now. From the stretch, 3-1 pitch. Misses downstairs. A 5-pitch walk to Fuentes, who didn't have to take the the bat off his shoulder. Runners on first and second. 1 away now for Hank Zeisler. Again, the question for Tettemer Trivia. who led all of Major League Baseball in OPS in the year of 2014. Got a lot of guesses already. Oh, including Benedict Option 1, who's tuning in from the stands here at Bosse Field. I don't know if he's listening to the game or obviously he follows me on Twitter. But always good to see you, Benedict Option 1. It's a 1-0 count to Zeisler in the lefty batter's box. Runners on first and second. 1-0. Misses outside. 2-0. Zeisler corked one up the middle that Delgado was able to knock down with his glove, and it was picked up by Larry over at second to retire Zeisler. But it was a very good piece of hitting. So Zeisler saw him well, just wasn't rewarded for his efforts. Here comes the 2-0. Cautious on the off speed. 81 miles per hour, that's in there for a strike. 2-0 pitch, I think he was hunting fastball. Get something a little bit slower. Wasn't ready for it. 2-1 pitch. Hits it in the air down the right field line, shallow right field. That'll drop in front of Mattis for a base hit. Ed Johnson gets the stop sign over at third. It's a wise decision. That was a rope from Mattis in shallow right field. Bases loaded now for T.J. Reeves.
For T.J. Reeves.
You just can't talk enough about the Y'alls with the bases loaded. 8 home runs on, 8 grand slams on the season, including one from T.J. Reeves. Reeves is fresh off of a 6 RBI game. Got a single back in the first. He came up a few times with the bases loaded in that one. Had a 2-run double, or a 3-run double, his first time around. That was his first at bat. That kind of led me to start watching how he was going to do in the RBI category in that game. I think anytime your first at bat produces 3 runs, you got to be watching that. He stayed hot, had a 2-run single, then an RBI double again. Finished 3 for 6 with 6 RBIs in that one. Still just an RBI shy of Richardson's record, which opened the season back on opening day. 7 RBIs. There's one away with the bases loaded. After a meeting on the mound, we're ready for some baseball at Bosse Field. Delgado working from the stretch first base side of the rubber. Good hold. First pitch misses inside. Let's take a look at how we got here. It was a single from Ed Johnson, a walk from Brian Fuentes, and then a bloop single down the right field line from Hank Zeisler. And that's just baseball. Zeisler corks one up the middle and ends up getting out on it, and then hits a bloop down the right field line, which drops in for a single. 1-0. Bounces in the dirt, actually hits T.J. Reeves in the face off of the rebound from the catcher. 2-0 count. Reeves going to walk around trying to shake that off. That's something you don't see every day. Looked like it hit off the shin guard of Brown and then right back to the face of Reeves, who looked to see where it went. So it got no helmet there. Straight leather to the skin. Could not have felt good. Got a 2-0 count. We saw a changeup the last time Delgado was in this position. Bases loaded from the stretch, the 2-0. Misses upstairs. 3-0 now. We've seen some 3-0 green lights, I'm sure. The All-Star and T.J. Reeves has a green light here as well. Long hold from Delgado. The kick, the 3-0 pitch, off speed, in there for a strike. Wow, gutsy call. 3-0 goes to the curve. Drilled into left field. Bednar comes in on it, drops in front for a base hit. Getting The wave to go home, obviously, is at Johnson. An RBI single for TJ Reeves. Y'all's on top 3-0. I got no t-shirts to throw out here at Bosse Field, but we are still excited here in the press box. Bases stay loaded. Casey Delgado in a lot of trouble here with Ryan Wiltsey warming up in the bullpen. Brings up Zade Richardson. He's got 3 grand slams on the season. Two for 2 day for TJ Reeves. First pitch to Richardson. Grounds it up the middle. Fielded by Parks. Tag second one. Relay to first. Off the bag. Apparently he got back in time. An inning-ending double play. I don't know about that. Y'all scratch across one. Left meat on the bone. We'll head to the bottom half of the third. Get those guesses in on Tettemer Trivia. We'll be right back here on Y'all's Baseball Network.
13 and 14. Play ball with the Hoosier Lottery. And please play responsibly.
I'm here with Brantley, Bowe, and Hensley for the Muhlenberg County Big Twig Toss. The Reach and Throw Honors mini bat. Whoever throws the furthest will be our winner and get to keep the bat. We'll go one at a time. You ready? Throw. We have a winner. Congratulations, Brantley. Up to you, Zane.
Thanks, Lucas. If you're looking for new concession items at first base from new Italian food offerings, including fried ravioli, Bosco's Steaks and Pizza, check out our third base concession stand for the specialty menu items such as the Marvin's Melt, a delicious all-beef burger on Texas toast, dressed with grilled onions, Swiss cheese, and Big Cat's homemade animal sauce. If you're looking for a quick soda or beer or brand new grab and go, directly behind Ben's Pretzels. So don't forget the Otters are back tomorrow at 6:35 for fireworks night, powered by Indiana 811 in Ballet, Indiana. Series finale on Sunday, 12:35 for Dog Days of Summer. Tickets at EvansvilleOtters.com or 812-435-8686 and ask for Mary. It's a 9-game homestand in 10 days to close out the 2024 home schedule here at Bosse Field. The home finale is Sunday, August 25th.
Bottom half of the third inning, Y'all's on top 3-0 here at Bosse Field. Evan Webster back out for his third inning of work. He's allowed a hit, but has still seen the minimum. It's been 6 up, 6 down. Picked up 4 strikeouts. That's already a season high for Webster. 7-8-9 due up for Evansville. Larry Cruz, DiGiacomo. That one's laced down the left field line. Drops in for a base hit. Harustich picks it up before the wall. Throw on to second. It's not going to be in time. Lead-off double by Amani Larry on the first pitch he sees. Mirror image of how we started the second. There's a leadoff double from Bednar. He was caught stealing, trying to advance to third. We are playing Tettemer Trivia here in the inning. Question was, which Major League Baseball player in 2014 led all of Major League Baseball in OPS, which is on base plus slugging percentage? Runner out on second. Webster now working from the stretch against the lefty Cruz. First pitch, skied in the infield left side. Johnson trying to find it, makes the grab. There's one away. 2 pitches, 2 balls put in play. Bottom of the order, Giovanni DiGiacomo comes up to the plate. Another lefty that will end the train here in the first time around. We've seen 6 lefties sent to the plate by Evansville. Advantage for Evan Webster on the mound. A lot of lefty-lefty battles. First pitch connects outside part of the plate. So again, who led all of Major League Baseball hitters in OPS, on base plus slugging? I'll start reading the guesses here. We got a lot on Twitter. I want to start with my dad, Rich Tettemer there. He says Miguel Cabrera. I believe there's another one from Miguel Cabrera. That was Benedict option 1, who's actually here at Bosse Field. Big swing and a miss, 0-2. He said Miguel Cabrera. And then we have a string of votes for Andrew McCutcheon, including Karen Ruff, Zane Bloom, our general manager, Max Johnson. Sophie Goodman said Miguel Cabrera as well. And Carter Cousins said Andrew McCutcheon too. 0-2 pitch misses upstairs. It's a 3-horse race here because then we have 2 more for Victor Martinez. Ryan Weaver said Victor Martinez, and Trisha Hudson. Hudson Trisha 10 on Twitter said Victor Martinez as well. So I'll recap that. Stolen base there from Amani Larry over at third. Throw is not in time. It's a 2-2 count at the plate. Runner now on third with 1 away. Just going through it again. Three for Miguel Cabrera. 4 for Andrew McCutcheon and 2 for Victor Martinez. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Evan Webster collects his 5th strikeout. First time through the order, he picks up 5 Ks. We'll circle back to the top, and David Menhem. 2 away with a runner on third. We do have some correct guesses
Number 34, David Menhem.
in the chat. A lot of them were all good. Miguel Cabrera, he had his years in 2012 and 2013, but did not do so in 2014, so that's not correct. First pitch to Menhem, fouled away.
Overhead foul ball brought to you by
The 5th highest OPS, 938, was Mike Trout. The 4th highest, 950, was Giancarlo Stanton. In third was 952 for Andrew McCutcheon. In second was 964 for Jose Abreu. Big swing and a miss there on Menhem, 0-2. And the winner, with an OPS leading in 2014, 974 for Victor Martinez, a career year for Victor Martinez. Correct answers to Ryan Weaver and Trisha Hudson. Congratulations to you two. You have won Tettemer Trivia here on August 16th, 2024. Trisha Hudson and Ryan Weaver. I've seen both of their names before, so they're not first-time players. But great job out there. Victor Martinez, your correct answer. From the windup, 1-2. This is just a little bit outside to Menhem. 2-2 count, 2 away, runner on third. Y'all's with a 3-0 lead. Bottom half of the third inning. This is the first time Webster's allowed a runner over to third. Wind up again, 2-2 pitch. Hot shot over to the hot corner. Snagged from Brian Fuentes, and that will end the inning. Didn't have to move his glove, right at the eye level. Evan Webster lets off a lead-up double. Shreds him over at third. We'll head to the top half of the 4th. Yells on top, 3-0 here on Y'all's Baseball Network.
We have Macy and Levi, and they're going to see who can sling their picks the furthest. Whoever does wins 2 GA tickets. Great work. Back to you, Zane.
Thanks, Lucas. Just chugging along here in the press box on this beautiful Friday in God's country. Our homestand opener, I've mentioned a couple times already, the final homestand of 2024. After tonight, just 8 more home games on the 2024 schedule here at Bossy Field. So make sure to get your tickets. Game tomorrow night with fireworks at 6:35. The finale against Florence is Sunday at 12:35. An off day on Monday, and then 6 games in a row to close out the home schedule beginning Tuesday at 6:35. Tickets at EvansvilleOtters.com. Or call 812-435-8686 and ask for my good friend Mary.
Top half of the fourth inning, y'all's looking to add to a 3-0 lead. It's the 7-8-9 due up for Florence. Harustich, Gutierrez, Levy. Victor Martinez, your correct answer for Tettemer Trivia. Great job to Trisha Hudson and Ryan Weaver. First pitch to Harustich, check swing, connects outside part of the plate. Harustich struck out swinging his last time around. That's the only strikeout for Casey Delgado, who is still out on the mound after Ryan Wiltsey got hot and was warm. Ended up sitting down after Delgado was able to escape the bases loaded jam. That one's fouled away, 0-2. Looks like someone is going to be stretching over there, but not throwing. It wasn't a common occurrence for me warming up and then having to sit down for being cold. But I did not like it, to say the least. If I was going to get hot, I was going to be going into the ball game. Whenever someone got out of the inning and ended up staying out there, and then you have to get warm again, is always a lot harder. I'll tell you what, obviously, college baseball in Massachusetts, we play a lot of the games, during the cold. So games start in February, March. It's still very cold in Massachusetts. I don't know how many people listening have been to New England, but still, I mean, it doesn't really warm up until April, May, if you're lucky. 1-2 to Harustich, misses outside, 2-2. So when I was going into pitch, sometimes I would warm up in the same sweatshirt I was wearing. So I would actually warm up, get extremely hot in the sweatshirt, and then as I was called upon, I would take the sweatshirt off and go out in my jersey and usually like an Under Armour long sleeve. That one's laced out towards right field. Mattis working towards the line as well as the wall. He looks up, it bounces off the bottom and kicks away. Harustich on his way to second. He'll stop there. Leadoff double for the Florence Y'all. Steven Harustich gets us started here in the fourth. I'll bring up Sergio Gutierrez. First hit of the day for Harustich. Really glad. I wish it did go out, but I did not see that ball. Again, there's a grandstand here, so the minute the ball goes up in the air, I lose track of it, so I'm just following the outfielder. Mattis had a very tough track to that one. He started going towards the line and then went backwards. I think that's why he didn't get it. But if it did go out, that was nowhere near a home run call. So saved by the bell there. Runner on second. Steven Harustich in an 0-1 count. It's a tough field to actually broadcast the game because you got these grandstand poles in front of you. I can't even see Pavement Parks out there at short. I got a pole right in front of me covering shortstop. And then obviously the grandstand, the minute the ball goes in the air, I just have to follow the infielders or outfielders. 0-1 in there for a strike. Gutierrez flied out to left field his last time around. Plus, I will add, here in the press box, in my little corner here, it's an open booth. My corner here, one of the windows is broken. So I'm then stuck to the left side. And being on the left side with just having one window, I actually cannot see down the left field line, so I have to peek my head out to see all the way down the left field line. 0-2, misses inside. All of this said, 20 times better than Hinchcliffe Stadium. Everything that I just said that was, tough to work with, still 20 times better than sitting outside at Hinchcliffe on the football field. So 1-2 count to Sergio Gutierrez. I'll take this any day of the week. Plus, some very good AC in here on a 90-degree day in Evansville, Indiana. Takes a look over at second. Good hold. The 1-2 fouled away. Looks like Wiltsey is throwing once again. With the runner in the scoring position, he's getting hot and throwing to a bullpen catcher. Y'all's up 3-0 here in the top half of the fourth. 1-2. Misses downstairs, 2-2. Still a lot of work to be done in the ball game. Florence cannot let their foot off the gas. Two-two pitch. Misses outside. Tell you what, Delgado is having a tough time finding this zone of Ted Dutcher. Gutierrez, cool, calm, and collected at the left side of the plate. Here comes the payoff. Misses outside. How about that? Started off 0-2 and works himself a walk. Gutierrez forces runners to first and second now. Nobody out, and Justin Levy coming to the plate.
Second baseman, 5, Justin Levy.
Andy McCauley stays in the dugout, but I think this would be the last batter for Delgado. You got to think the 9-hole. If you could force yourself a double play, you'll be feeling a lot better if you're Delgado, but if you get back up to the top of the order, you can guarantee McCauley makes his way out. This is kind of the make or break batter for Delgado on the mound. Davis 0 for 2 today at the top of the order. Levy shows bunt, pulls back. It was a called strike on the off speed. Levy 0 for 1 today. Grounded out to short his last time around, so if they can get that again, you're most likely looking at a double play. Shows bunt, sacrifice attempt, 0-1. Pulls back again in there for a strike. I don't know if Levy actually wanted to drop it. I understand not bunting a curveball. I hated doing that. But that one was in there. In a sacrifice bunt, you just got to get it down. Fails at that. Corners pulled in. Middle infield pushed up the middle, 0-2. Goes all the way around on the check swing. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Levy, shocked at the plate. Made a mincemeat. 3 pitches from Casey Delgado, who's struggling on the mound. Second strikeout for Delgado. Still runners on first and second. Top of the order comes up. He succeeds in that battle of, am I going to take you out or am I going to keep you in this ball game that is going on in Evansville's manager Andy McCauley's head right now. First pitch in there for a strike, another off speed. Davis tattooed the ball his first time around towards right field. It was just a great play from Gary Mattis to retire him. Not so much the second time, a pop out to the shortstop. 0-1, fouls it away. Couldn't lay off the off speed that broke outside the zone.
Overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it.
Long hold from the stretch, 0-2. Hard hit over the leaping Parks and into left field, drops in for a base hit. Getting the wave around third, Hrustich. Throw goes to the plate, not in time. Throw down to second, everybody's safe. That was Sergio Gutierrez a little bit off, but an RBI single from Dalton Davis and a great job from Hrustich to avoid the tag. Y'all's on top 4-0 here in the top half of the fourth. And out comes Andy McCauley. That should do it for Casey Delgado. His night is over. Goes 3 1/3. I would say the ace of the Evansville Otters knocked out early. Entered with a 2-0 record and a 1.23 ERA. Florence snags him for 4 runs within 3 1/3 innings pitch. Ryan Wiltsey comes into the game. We'll have that new pitcher when we return here on Y'all's Baseball Network.
Otters call the bullpen. 50, Ryan Wiltsey. In to pitch, the batter, Wiltsey's on the mound. Brown behind the plate, it's powered by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, 2319 North Maple Road. 812-475-9000. Tell them, send from the Otters, send you.
Top half of the fourth. Lee's famous recipe chicken pitching change for the Evansville Otters. Lee's always fresh, never frozen. New wing into the game is Ryan Wiltsey. Wiltsey, the 6'3", 200-pound right-hander out of Fresno, California, St. Mary's College, enters for Casey Delgado. Unofficial line for Delgado, 3 1/3, 7 hits, currently 4 runs, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. He's still on tap for the runners on first and second. 1 away for Ed Johnson. First pitch misses outside. (1-0) count to Johnson. Johnson has reached base in both plate appearances. 1-0 misses downstairs. He walked and stole a base. Later came in to score on the 2-run shot from Brian Fuentes his first time around, then singled and scored back in the third. From the stretch, Wiltsey, 2 looks back at second. 2-0 pitch, misses upstairs, 3-0. Ryan Wiltsey, a 2-2 record and a 3.16 ERA in 17 appearances. He has 1 start. 3-0. Right down Broadway, 3-1. 31 1/3 innings pitched for Wiltsey. He's allowed 11 runs on 27 hits and 28 strikeouts, 12 walks. (3-1). Hard hit into left field. That drops in for a base hit. Gutierrez gets the wave around third. Fielded by the left fielder Bednar. Throw is cut off. And an RBI single for Ed Johnson. 2 for 2 on the day. He's reached on all 3 plate appearances. Continues the inning for Florence. They're up 5-0 here in the top of the fourth. I gotta tell you something. Dave Halbrin, the third base coach, gets so far down the line, he'll make sure that his runner's gonna see him. Gotta love the effort from the young man. First pitch to Brian Fuentes, off speed, bangs in there for a strike. 0-1. With the current t-shirt epidemic at Thomas More Stadium, we'd be out of t-shirts. That one skied out towards center field. DiGiacomo has it. No movement on the base paths. 2 away. We've been relegated to the amount of t-shirts we could throw out every time Florence scores.
First baseman, 13,
putting up 5 runs through 4 innings. We would most definitely be limited. Hank Zeisler at the plate with runners at first and second, and 2 away. Off speed misses upstairs. Zeisler 1 for 2 today, although I will say his first at bat, he corked one up the middle, just glanced off the pitcher and over to the second baseman where he was retired. So some misfortune there for Zeisler. It's a 1-1 count, called strike on the fastball down the heart of the plate. Johnson at first, Davis at second. Wiltsey, the 1-1, fouled away. 5-0 Florence here in the top half of the fourth inning. They've already chased Delgado out of this one. Currently allowed 5 runs. He's still on tap for Davis. Over on second. 1-2. Fouled away off the leg of Hank Zeisler. He's got padding there, but I don't know if it hit the padding. That's how it always goes. I asked Ed Johnson before the game, obviously hit by a pitch yesterday on the elbow. Is he going to be wearing an elbow guard now? And he said most definitely. Count stays 1-2, runners on first and second. Wiltsey, the 1-2 pitch. Whoa, off speed. Slipped out of his hand. Misses way upstairs, 2-2. Two-two pitch, pops it up. In the infield, left side, Pavin Parks calls everyone off. Camped under it, makes the grab, and that will end the inning. 3 hits, stranding 2 on base, but push 2 across. Y'alls advance to a 5-0 lead as we head to the bottom half of the fourth inning. We'll be right back here on Y'all's Baseball Network.
It's time to show us your best smiles for the Paramount Dental Smile Game. Over 300,000 members trust Paramount Dental, based right here in the Hoosier state of Indiana. Paramount Dental has been ensuring smiles for more than 37 years. Keep smiling with Paramount Dental. As we're smiling for Paramount Dental, don't forget to check out Frontier League and the Evansville Otters on Flow Sports, the official streaming partner of the Frontier League. Never miss a game and follow along all the way through the championship. Visit EvansvilleOtters.com for links to watch and subscribe for all Frontier League and Flow Sports content. That's right, you're on Otter Vision. The Heritage Video Board, great to have all of you with us here at Fossey Field on what is a gorgeous evening here in God's country. Right fielder, number 23, Gary Mattis.
Bottom half of the fourth inning, Y'all's on top 5-0. Evan Webster back out for his 4th inning of work. Only the 2nd time through the order. It's Gary Mattis, Pavin Parks, and Randy Bednar. Attendance 2,213. First pitch was in there for a strike to Mattis. He went down swinging his last time around. 0-1, swing and a miss. Mattis has that black and yellow striped bat. Looks like a bumblebee, but I will say it is very cool. Quickly down 0-2. Webster the windup, 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. 6 Ks on the day for the big fella. Webster dealing his 2nd against Mattis.
The shortstop, number 11.
There's one away here in the 4th. Brings up Pavin Parks, who he also retired via the K his last time around. First pitch, off speed, in there for a strike. One fouled away. Pavin Parks, a very good hitter, 316 average. Last time we were here at Bossy Field, we actually saw the debut of Pavin Parks, which included him pitching on the mound as well. Pavin Parks is a 2-way player, so his utility is not really for him playing multiple positions in the field. You know, he can go do that, obviously, but it's also for him to actually go out and pitch. 1-2 count to him as that fastball missed upstairs. He's actually listed underneath the bullpen as well. That one's another miss outside. Check swing, no go. 2-2. Webster looking for his 7th K. He's already doubled his season high, which was 3 entering. From the windup, 2-2. Swing and a miss. 7 Ks now for Evan Webster. He's on a roll. He's picked up 5 of them against the 1-2-3 of Evansville. Brings up Randy Bednar, who tagged him for a double his last time around. Webster working from the windup still. That's where he's been comfortable. That one's sent out towards center field. In comes Reeves and makes the grab. A 1-2-3 inning from Evan Webster against the heart of the Evansville lineup. The 2-3-4. We head to the top half of the 5th. Y'all's on top 5-0 here on Y'all's Baseball Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Southwest Graphics Evansville Otter Bells.
NBC number the Otter round 11. Make sure you tell them hello when you do. Evan's excited to see all of our fans and encourage you to visit Heritage Stronger Banking Needs. Heritage, a proud partner of Evansville Otters baseball. And it's time to announce the winner of our next door prize, an Otters Fan Experience Pack, courtesy of the Evansville Otters. The winning ticket number is 181645. 181645. You can pick up your prize at the Habitat table. Don't forget, when you're at the table, get yourself some half-lot tickets.
Top half of the 5th inning. Y'all's on top 5-0. Looking for more. TJ Reeves comes up to the plate. Reeves, Richardson, Harustich. 5, 6, 7. 2 up for Florence. Reeves 2 for 2 today with a single and an RBI single. That one catches the outside part of the plate. His first appearance against Ryan Wiltsey. The night is done for Casey Delgado. Chased after 3 1/3. 7 hits, 5 runs, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. Hard hit up the middle off the glove of the pitcher. Throw not going to be in time. Bobbled by the shortstop, Haven Parks. It's got to be another base hit for TJ Reeves. No word on the scoreboard yet. And there it is. Single for TJ Reeves. You really can't give an error on a hard hit ball up the middle that glances off your pitcher. Wiltsey's okay, but a 3 for 3 day from TJ Reeves. He is on a roll. Zade Richardson at the plate, 0 for 2. Fielder's choice and grounded into a double play. He's actually retired. TJ Reeves 2 times. On the base paths. First pitch in there for a strike. Zade enters. Just a monster season for the man. .313 average. Might even be the face of the Y'alls. 0-1. In there for a strike, 0-2. He's in pretty much every promo. You can always catch him with a big smile on the field, just a big personality. A guy that people always want to see play well, and he's delivered this season. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Down on 3 pitches. That was an off-speed upstairs. First strikeout for Ryan Wiltsey. Brings up Steven Harustich. 1 for 2. Started off the last inning with a double off the right field wall. Came in to score on the RBI single from Dalton Davis. Avoided the tag at the plate, which was really nicely done. Ropes this one down the left field line, drops in for a base hit. Bednar has it. Everyone just moves one base. Runners on first and second now with one away for Sergio Gutierrez.
Catcher 2, Sergio Gutierrez.
That's the 10th hit of the day for the Florence Yalls. They're back in double digits. When the Yalls have 10 or more hits on the road, they're 10-6. Overall, they're 24-12 with 10 or more hits. Not exactly like a dominant number where everything is, should be guaranteed. Hey, they got 10 hits, but definitely a winning record with it, which is always good to see. That one's fouled away, 0-1. When scoring first on the road, they're 14-5, 27-12 overall. Skied in the air down the third base line. Cruz in foul territory. And it bounces in play up and over. I don't think Cruz read that right, unless it hit off the net. I can't see again over there. But it landed in the dirt, and like I said, this is a fishbowl here, so it's really tight behind home plate. But down first and third, it actually pops out, so you have a lot of room to go if you're a corner infielder trying to chase something in foul territory. 0-2 count to Gutierrez. He's 0 for 1 with a walk today. 0-2 pitch way upstairs. 1-2. Florence sitting at 40-40 on the season, even at 500. Really, it's just taken all this time to recover from a bad May, where they were 6-11. 1-2, swing and a miss. Second strikeout for Wiltsey in the inning. And on the outing, there's 2 away with runners on first and second for Justin Levy. So in May, they were 6-11. In June, they had a winning record, 14-13, still right around 500. July, still close, 13-11. And then August right now, they're 7-5. But every month besides June, they've had a winning record in the month, so they've really just been climbing back from a slow start. And I shouldn't even say slow start, just a bad first month. That one's laced out towards center field, drops in for a base hit, getting the wave around third, TJ Reeves. No throw to the plate, an RBI single for Justin Levy. Y'alls continue to add on. It's a 6-0 game here in the top of the 5th.
Hoosier Lottery strikeout batter, right fielder, 7, Dalton Davis.
How many times are these guys going to score a runner from second base? It seems like everyone besides the Ed Johnson run, they scored from second base. Runners still on first and second, 2 away now for the top of the order, and Dalton Davis. Keep it coming. First pitch misses downstairs. There is no lead that's safe here in the Frontier League. We've had it happen against us, and we've done it to other opponents, so you just got to keep going. The 1-0 misses upstairs. 2-0. Long hold and a look back at second. The 2-0 pitch misses outside, 3-0. Florence with 11 hits already. I will say, just something I noticed in the pregame, the batting practice. It's Ross Thompson now throwing BP to the Yalls with Chad Rhodes, the field manager, away. Ross has kind of picked up that role. 3-0 pitch in there for a strike. But today it was, you're facing the shade coming in, and still, it's going to be a factor in the game, so the Yalls were playing with it as well. So the shade is halfway through where Ross is shining in the sun, and then as it comes into home plate, so they can pick up losing the ball in the shade. But he was extremely close. Pickoffs have nothing going. Still 3-1. Runners on first and second, 2 away. And then also Ross, he's a pitcher for us. He's just on the IL right now. I think he's dealing with some back discomfort or something like that. He one misses upstairs. You know, obviously he's not throwing full speed, but it's not like he's laying off either.
Ed Johnson.
So, you know, the Y'alls are seeing, especially at an extremely close pace, just because I think he is injured. They're going to give him that, but it's better than Carl Craigie, I think, whose arm's about to fall off. Could be myself throwing BP out there, but have not gone that route. Either way, you know, the Y'alls are seeing these pitches extremely well because, A, they adapted to facing that shade in the early going, but also are seeing it come from a Frontier League pitcher. 0-1 off speed, misses upstairs. It's a 1-1 count, bases loaded. It was the walk to Dalton Davis to load the bases. Ed Johnson at the plate, he's 2 for 2. He's reached on all 3 plate appearances. 1-1, misses upstairs. He scored 2 runs, he's stolen a base, and he's got an RBI single his last time around. 2-1 pitch, sent in the air towards right center field. Mattis and DiGiacomo going at it. No one's going to get there, and it bounces off the wall. 1 run comes in to score. Levy crosses home plate. Rounding is Dalton Davis. A 3-run double for Ed Johnson. Y'alls explode here in the 5th. It's a 9-0 lead. Ed Johnson pours it on. It blows this game wide open. The night is done for Ryan Wiltsey. We'll head to the Evansville pen. We'll have that new wing when we return here on Y'all's Baseball Network. It's a 9-0 Y'all's lead.
Otters call the bullpen. John Beamer in to pitch. The battery Beamer's on the mound. Brown behind the plate. Battery is powered by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East. 2319 North River Road or 812-475-9000. Tell them, sing from the Otters, send you.
New wing into the game for Evansville. John Beamer enters with a 4.26 ERA across 44 1/3 innings pitched. Y'alls with an explosion here in the 5th. A 4-run 5th capped off by a 3-run double from Ed Johnson. Have blown this game wide open. It's a 9-0 Florence lead.
First baseman, third baseman, Brian Fuentes.
Brian Fuentes comes up to the plate. He's the first batter to face Beamer. Runner out on second, 2 away here in the top half of the 5th. They stay with the righty and Beamer. First pitch. Catches the top of the zone in there for a strike. Fuentes today, 1 for 2, a 2-run homer and a walk. Ed Johnson, probably, or I would say no doubt your player of the game. He's 3 for 3, 4 RBIs and 2 runs scored. 0-1, misses outside. He has a walk as well, a stolen base. But then again, TJ Reeves is 3 for 3. Brian Fuentes has a home run. Hrustich has 2 hits. The Y'alls have 12 hits. an explosion here in Evansville. 1-1 connects outside part of the plate. Called time from Fuentes with a 1-2 count on him. 2 away and Johnson out on second. Single would score him. He's got probably the fastest wheels in the lineup right now. 1-2, runs inside. If Fuentes didn't duck, it would have hit him. 2-2. A good offensive showing from the Y'alls tonight. Takes a look over at second. The 2-2 runs inside again. Full count. Working from the stretch on the first base side of the rubber, Beamer. Payoff pitch. Runs inside. Wow. Brian Fuentes works himself all the way back. And just had to watch those pitches miss inside.
The first baseman, 13, Hank
Runners on
Zeisler.
first and second now for Hank Zeisler. Y'alls have sent 9 to the plate. If Zeisler gets on, they'll hit around. Beamer working slow. First pitch in there for a strike. Zeisler fouls that one away, 0-2.
Overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it.
My, oh my. Swing and a miss. Evansville crowd not happy. It's a 9-0 Y'alls lead. That ends the inning stranding runners at first and second. A 4 spot highlighted by a 3-run double from Ed Johnson. We'll head to the bottom half of the 5th. Florence on top, 9-0.
It's the center point of the game. Your friends at Centerpoint Energy encourage you to conserve energy in order to save money at home. But right now, we need you to turn up the energy and the volume to make some noise for your Evansville Otters. Put all of your energy and cheer them on for the second half of the game.
Bottom half of the fifth, Y'alls with a 9-0 lead. Evan Webster in for the fifth inning of work, trying to qualify for the win. It's been a slow go. This game started at 6:37. Florence with 12 hits through 5 innings of work. But it's been Evan Webster on the other side who's been dealing. First pitch in there for a strike to Logan Brown. Brown struck out looking his last time around. Webster, 7 Ks. He's doubled his season high, which was at 3. That one sent out towards right center field, drops in for a base hit. Third hit of the day for the Otters. Leadoff single. Brings up Mason White, who flied out to center field his first time around.
Designated hitter, number 2, Mason White.
That's the first lefty to get a hit against Webster tonight. Working from the stretch. First pitch, off speed in there for a strike. I would say, you know, I think Webster's been comfortable the entire game, but he's most definitely looked better in the windup. I think it's where he's gotten a lot of strikes. I would just be speculating to say that he's probably more comfortable there, at least right now. 0-1, ground ball right side. Zeisler has it, tags first, throw down to second, picked and applied. A 3-6 double play, just what the doctor ordered. Wipes the bases clean. 2 away here in the fifth.
Second baseman, number 12.
I had the conversation with Danny Halbert. Hank Zeisler over there might be the only first baseman that can make that play for Florence. That's just the true first baseman there. We have not seen that pretty much all season. Tagging first base first and then throwing down to second to get the tagging double play. Really, really good things all the way around. Zeisler and Johnson combining. First pitch, Mason White lays off. I believe it's 1-1. Scoreboard says 1-0. I don't know if there was a pause. 1-0 in there for a strike. Let's see. Yeah, 1-2. Knew I was right. 1-2, ground ball up the middle. Levy has it on the backhand. Throw to first in time. Levy with a beautiful throw on the run and an unconventional 1-2-3 from Evan Webster. He is dealing. We head to the top of the sixth. Y'all's on top 9-0 here on Y'all's Baseball Network.
It's time for the Jersey Mike's Build-A-Sub. We have 2 master sub chefs ready to build an artisan BLT. First, our contestants will spin around and back 10 times and then build their sub. Once the sub is built, they will run it to their honor bell, all while keeping the ingredients inside the sandwich. First to hand their completed sub off to an honor bell wins a coupon for Jersey Mike's. On your mark, get set, go! The only way to top the sub is with real red wine vinegar, made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the only way to get it is at Jersey Mike's, because authentic ingredients make a sub above. Now located at 939 North Burkhart Road in Evansville. Up to you, Zane.
Thanks, Lucas. Make sure you check out the Otters Den Team Store and all the latest merchandise, apparel, and souvenirs to remember your Friday night here at Bossy Field.
Top half of the 6th inning, always brought to you by Titan Mechanical. Titan Mechanical team of professionals are skilled in the fields of commercial and industrial service, maintenance, installation, pipe fitting, plumbing, and project management. They bring us our This Date in Baseball history, which again has returned to his glorious spot in the 6th inning at home. They have to do it in the 7th because Jesse Cook owns the 6th. So we're back here, Bossy Field. The Alls with a 9-0 lead over the Evansville Otters. TJ Reeves leads us off just like he did last inning. He all sent 9 to the plate. TJ Reeves 3 for 3 today with 3 singles, an RBI, and a run scored. Swing and a miss there. He's facing the righty John Beamer, who is still out there. The final line for Ryan Wiltsey. Inning and a third, 5 hits, 4 runs, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. 0-1. Another swing and a miss. Looked like a slider there. Bending away from TJ Reeves. So again, it's This Date in Baseball history where we go back through all events in baseball happening on this date, August 16th. 0-2, swing and a miss. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night to TJ Reeves. His first time striking out. Did so on 3 pitches. Brings up Zayde Richardson, still looking for his first time on base today. He's 0 for 3. We'll start This Date in Baseball history all the way back in 1873. And I assume back when you still used a horse and carriage to get around. 1873. My goodness. First pitch misses outside. Speaking of horses, at Baltimore's Newington Park, the Baltimore Canaries outfielder Lip Pike races against a horse. 1-0, skied in the infield. Third base side, running out of play is Cruz.
Guess what?
That one ends up foul, 1-1.
Ball is brought to you by Hess Construction.
So Lip Pike racing a horse. Pike had a short lead after 75 yards when the trotter breaks into a run. Pike held on to win in 10 seconds flat against a horse. So again, he got a lead. I think he must have gotten a head start. But you don't see that every day. A man racing a horse in 10 seconds flat, pretty amazing. That happened in August 16th, 1873. This is a much more sad one. August 16th, 1920. At the Polo Grounds, Cleveland shortstop Ray Chapman, 29 years old. 1-2 misses outside, 2-2. Was beamed by a Carl Mays pitch. The right-handed batter who crowds the plate. Chapman freezes and fails to get out of the way of the submarine delivery. Was carried off the field, and he died the next day from a fractured skull. That one runs inside, almost hits Zayde Richardson. They say he goes all the way around. And he's down on strikes for the second time today. Back-to-back Ks for John Beamer. How about that? A much more sad one, right? Chapman dying actually tomorrow on this date in 1920 to getting hit. Again, you know, those helmets back then are most definitely not what they are today. Definitely not as protective. Even if they were wearing helmets in 1920. Probably not. The amount of times you see Babe Ruth just wearing a cap. 1-0. In there for a strike, 1-1. Let's do a much more brighter note, much more positive. 1947, August 16th. Ralph Kiner, who we were discussing just a few Tettemer trivias ago, was the fastest to 300 before Aaron Judge captured that title just a few days ago. He hit 3 successive home runs for the Pittsburgh Pirates in a 12-7 win over the Cardinals in a game where the two clubs themselves hit 10 homers. So Ralph Kiner had 3 of them. Kiner matched the league marks of 7 home runs in 4 games, 6 in 3 games, 5 in 2 games, and 4 in consecutive at-bats. Pretty amazing. 3-1 misses outside, and that is why Ralph Kiner was the fastest to 300, because he could do stuff like that. 5-pitch walk to Steven Arustich brings up Sergio Gutierrez 2-way and a runner on first. 1954, August 16th. First pitch swinging and a miss to Gutierrez. And 1954, August 16th. Jim Pearsall and Willie Mays, before a Red Sox-Giants game, were having a throwing contest in a charity game in Boston. Pearsall had hurt his arm. 0-1, this is downstairs. He starts the game but left midway through. He woke up the following morning still with that sore arm. That stays with him for a year, and he never threw quite as well again. So you're talking about just a throwing contest for fun against one of the greats, Willie Mays, and you end up hurting your arm trying to best it. 2-1 count to Gutierrez. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Speaking of Willie Mays, in 1966 on this date, he hit 534th home run, matching Jimmy Foxx's record for right-handed batters. Gaylord Perry beat the Cardinals 3-1. 1966, number 534 for Willie Mays. Obviously passed away earlier this year, right before the Rickwood Field game, which was honoring him. 2-2, swing and a miss into the glove of Brown. Bamer strikes out the side, a transit runner over at first. No runs, no hits. We'll head to the bottom of the sixth. The Y'alls on top, 9-0 here on Y'alls Baseball Network.
Time for the next game, brought to you by Drake's. We need everybody to get up and dance because Drake's is your go-to for 24 beers on tap, big burgers, and the freshest sushi in all of Evansville. Visit Drake's at 1222 Hirschland Road or drakescomeplay.com. Now let's get to dancing. Mentioned a couple of times, the Otters back tomorrow at 6:35. We'll have fireworks sponsored by Indiana 811 and Ballet, Indiana. And then the finale against Florence on Sunday at 12:35 at Dog Days of Summer. Tickets at EvansvilleOtters.com or call my friend Mary at 812-435-8686. Leading off, the third baseman, number 28, J.J. Cruz.
Bottom of the sixth, Y'alls on top, 9-0. Evan Webster out for a season high in innings pitched, trying to get his sixth inning under his belt. He's already qualified for the win. Y'alls are up 9-0. He's still facing batters for just the second time. It's the 8-9 top, J.J. Cruz, Giovanni DiGiacomo. 7 Ks on the day for Webster. Cruz popped out to short his last time around. Here comes the 0-1. Misses just a bit outside. We're continuing here with this day in baseball history here in the bottom of the sixth. Still have some big ones to get to. 1-1, swing and a miss. We just heard about Willie Mays hitting home run number 534, a throwing contest between Willie Mays and Jim Pearsall, which hurt Pearsall's arm. He never pitched the same. 1-2, swing and a miss. Top of the zone, Webster picks up strikeout number 8. He has almost tripled his season high in what is no doubt the best professional outing from Evan Webster. He's now collected his season high in innings pitched, 5 1/3, and he's still going. Now facing DiGiacomo, who he struck out the first time around back in the third. Bunt attempt, pulls back, misses, 1 out. Let's head over to 1967. Jim Maloney of the Cincinnati Reds retired 19 consecutive Pirates and had to leave the game after he injured his ankle by stepping in a hole at Forbes Field. That went in there for a strike, 1-1. Billy McCool allowed 2 hits over the final 2 2/3 innings to complete a 4-0 victory over the Pittsburgh Pirates. Imagine that, 19 consecutive. And then you get injured. That's just a brutal beat for Jim Maloney. This date in 1967. Wind up 2-1, fouled away, 2-2. And then in 1984, we saw the return of Pete Rose, reunited with his hometown Cincinnati Reds. When the Expos trade him for infielder Tom Lawless, the Reds immediately name him the player manager, replacing Vern Rapp. So for you Cincinnati fans, those are back-to-back Cincinnati this day in baseball history. August 16th. 2-2, misses upstairs, 3-2, full count. You got the return of maybe one of the best Cincinnati Reds players of all time. Pete Rose, obviously the greatest hitter of all time. MLB's all-time hits leader. Payoff pitch. Sent in the air towards shallow right center field. Reeves and Davis come in. Reeves makes the grab. There's 2 away. Go to the top of the order, and David Mendham, his 3rd time around. He's 0 for 2 on the day.
First baseman, number 34, David Mendham.
2 more I want to get to. In 1996, the Padres and Mets play the first regular season Major League game ever played in Mexico, and it wasn't pretty. Padres took a big lead in support of Mexican native and starting pitcher Fernando Valenzuela. First pitch to Mendham, misses outside, 1-0. The Mets then closed the gap with 7 runs in the 9th inning in a 15-10 triumph. The series is moved from San Diego because of perceived conflict with the RNC, the Republic National Convention. Padres take 2 of 3 games in La Prima Serie in Monterrey, Mexico. That one's skied out towards left field. Hrustic goes back and makes the grab. Another 1-2-3 inning for Evan Webster. We'll head to the top half of the 7th. I'll finish this day in baseball history there. We got 1 more. We'll be right back here on Y'all's Baseball Network. Y'all's up 9-0.
Skip the line or bend from the comfort of your very own home with self-service options and Heritage. Heritage, a proud partner of Evansville Otters baseball. For our last door prize of the evening, we have 2 mini folding campaign chairs and some fun gear from Liberty Federal Credit Union. The winning ticket number is 982-698. 982-698. You can pick up your prize at the Habitat table, located right next to the main tunnel on the outer concourse. Make sure you keep your half-pot tickets. We'll have that announcement here later on in our game. Remember, you must be present to win.
Top half of the 7th, Y'all's on top, 9-0. Looking for more. It's Justin Levy, Dalton Davis, Ed Johnson coming to the plate. 4th at bat for Justin Levy, and it'll be the 5th for Davis and Johnson. We're still on the 7th. Y'all's are going to get their money's worth here in Evansville. A lot of plate appearances for the fellas. Levy today, an RBI single his last time around. He's 1 for 3. First pitch in there for a strike. Still John Boehmer out on the mound. He struck out the side back in the 6th. 0-1 to Levy. Backs inside part of the plate. He's not having a fun time with the strike zone here of Ted Dutcher. Now the final this date in baseball history that I wanted to get to was the big August 16th, 1948. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Levy down on strikes, second time today. 4th K for John Boehmer. We'll go back to the top of the order. Dalton Davis. August 16th, 1948, we lost Babe Ruth, the Babe. The Sultan of SWAT, the King of Crash. One of the greatest. Babe Ruth died at the age of 53. August 16th, 1948. No one misses outside. 1 out to Dalton Davis. Babe Ruth. A name synonymous with baseball. Not many people that would have seen him play. 2-0 runs inside, but certainly I'm sure it'd be a treat for everyone today to actually be able to see the Babe play. Always want to know how he would do in the modern era of baseball. 3-0, in there for a strike. That one's corked out towards right center field. DiGiacomo's going back. He leaps up and makes the grab, and it bounces out of his wall as he bangs into the wall. Davis on his way to third. The throw is cut off. A leadoff triple for Dalton Davis. His second hit of the ball game. DiGiacomo, I think, had that ball. I don't have any replay here, but I think he had that ball, and then as he ran into the wall, it popped out. It goes down as a triple for Dalton Davis. Now brings up Ed Johnson with one away. Johnson today has been a menace at the plate. First pitch in there for a strike. He's 3 for 3 with 4 RBIs. 2 runs scored, and he has a walk as well. He's reached in all 4 plate appearances. 0-1. Misses outside as well. Y'all's up 9-0 with 13 hits. Top half of the 7th inning. 0-1. Or 1-1, misses outside, now 2-1. Boehmer working slow. 2-1 pitch. Ground ball, slow roller left side. Cruz has it. Throw on to first. In time to retire the speedster Donson. 5-3. A nice play from Cruz. There's 2 away. We were talking about how August 16th, 1948, Babe Ruth passed away at the age of 53. Let's take a look at his actual stats. 182.6 career WAR, 2,873 hits, 710 of them home runs, a career .342 batting average. That one's in there for a strike to Fuentes. A .474 on base, a .690 slugging, a career .1164 OPS. Figures. That one misses inside. He played 22 years in all. High in 50 or 6. 27. He's one of the best in baseball. 68 RBIs. That's his walks this season. Same season, he had a .393 average. That one catches the top of the zone. 2-2 to Fuentes. Babe Ruth was MVP only one time. What on earth? That is amazing. The greatest was an MVP once. Bryce Harper as MVP, and Babe Ruth 2-2, swing and a miss. Y'all ran a run at third. 5 Ks for John Boehmer. He's definitely quieted the storm here for the Y'alls. We're still up 9-0 as we head to the bottom of the 7th. We'll be right back on Y'all's Baseball Network.
They're going to lead you up, and I was told that this is in dedication to the newly retired Brad Bird, who is here at the ballpark. Let's give Brad Bird a big round of applause. And our friends from Eyewitness News, take it away.
This one's for you, Brad. All right, John, Marcos, Olivia, Emily, here we go. On one, on two, on three. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and crackers, Jack. I don't care if I ever get back or it's root for the Otters. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Let's get some losers!
Applause to Ron Rhodes and all Eyewitness News friends, and again to Brad Bird, recently retired. Right fielder number 23, Gary Mattis.
Bottom half of the 7th inning, Gary Mattis at the plate. First pitch in there for a strike. Evan Webster still out on the mound. He struck out Mattis already 2 times. 0 for 2 on the day. 0-1 pitch is outside. Evan Webster in the middle of a career game here. 8 strikeouts, 6 shutout innings against Evansville. He's looking for his 7th. Y'all's on top 9-0 here at Bosse Field. 1-1. Check swing goes all the way around 1-2. 7th inning stretch always brought to you by Beacon Orthopedics. Beacon, one of the largest and fastest growing orthopedic practices in the Cincinnati area. No wonder they're the official healthcare provider of the Florence Y'alls. Swing and a miss. Bat comes out of the hand and goes into the Y'alls dugout. Mattis down on strikes for the 3rd time today. Strikeout number 9 for Evan Webster.
The shortstop.
Y'alls are holding up, thumbs up. Don't think anyone was hit there. Brings up Haven Parks. He struck out twice today. Webster looking for his 3rd K. Trying to get to double digits. First pitch connects outside part of the plate on the off speed. He's had great command of that strike zone. We were talking about Babe Ruth, and we were just talking about his hitting stats. Not talking how good he was as a pitcher. That one skied out towards shallow left field. Ed Johnson goes back, makes the grab, 2 away. I've been talking about Babe Ruth as a pitcher.
Left fielder number 6.
Outs and Pedro Martinez. A career .228 average. That's 28 ERA. As low as a 1.75 ERA in 1916. 488 strikeouts. 1,221 innings pitched. That's low. That's most definitely low. Only gave up 10 homers in 1,221 innings pitched. Swing and a miss. 2-1 to Randy Bednar. Either way, the reason we were talking about Babe Ruth is because he actually died this 1940. Some would say the GOAT. Others would say Tonic Brown. 2-1 in there for a strike. That's always been the long debate. Babe Ruth or Dominic Brown, who's the greatest of all time? Webster stares in. The 2-2 pitch misses upstairs. Webster's retired 7 in a row. He has been extremely effective. Only 3 hits against him. From the windup, payoff pitch, swing and a miss. Double-digit Ks for Evan Webster. The cherry on top on the best professional outing from Webster in a Y'all's uniform. 7 shutout innings, 10 Ks. Gotta assume that'll do it for the young man. Y'all's with a 9-0 lead. And we head to the top half of the 8th. Looking for more. We'll be right back here on Y'all's Baseball Network.
Congratulations! Sumo is brought to you by Velvet Ice Cream. Get your Velvet Ice Cream behind third base concessions. Up to you, Zane.
Fans, if you purchased a half-pot ticket for tonight's drawing, make sure you stick around. We'll announce that winner in the 8th inning, which we're getting ready to start. So that means it's coming up really soon. At Habitat half-pot. Must be present to win, so don't leave just yet. First baseman, number 13, Hank Zeisler.
Top of the 8th, Y'all's on top, 9-0. Hank Zeisler steps up to the plate. Zeisler, Reeves, Richardson. Zeisler today, 1 for 4. He's put a good few pieces on the bat, just hasn't had the luck. That one skied out towards left field on the first pitch he sees. Randy Bednar comes in, can't under it, now moves back, makes the grab. It's still John Boehmer out there, who's been extremely effective against the Y'alls. He's picked up 5 Ks.
Center fielder 4.
TJ Reeves steps up to the plate, 3 for 4, 3 singles, run scored and an RBI. Struck out his last time around against Boehmer. It's his only appearance against him. First pitch, and a miss. He has swung at the same 3 pitches, or same 4 pitches now. They've all been sliders, kind of breaking away from TJ Reeves. Maybe it's a cutter, because it's coming in pretty hot. 0-1, misses downstairs. 92 miles per hour. One. Popped up behind home plate. Brown trending that way, makes the grab against the net. Not a lot of room back there, but still sticks it. 2 away.
Designated hitter 9.
I was going to bring up the out-of-town scoreboard. Might as well just wait for the bottom half of the 8th. We already got 2 outs here. And it's honestly good. Y'alls are up 9-0. Now, the one thing, the Y'alls are up 9-0. The one thing I would complain about is I don't know why Logan Campbell's warming up. That's one of your best pitchers. You would want him in a tight game, not a 9-0 game. Again, I'm a stickler. It's the one thing I could point out. 0-1, swing and a miss. Campbell is no doubt your best arm out of the pen. No reason he should be in a 9-0 ball game. 0-2, this is outside. 1-2. Richardson today trying to turn his evening around. He's 0 for 4. He is the only Y'all that has not been on base today. 1-2, swing and a miss. Down on strikes for the 3rd time today, just not his night. 6 Ks on the day for Boehmer. He has quieted the bats here for Florence. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. Y'all still on top 9-0 here on Y'all's Baseball Network.
Otters fans, it's time for the Legends Hit, brought to you by Hazen Pizza. We need you to cheer on the Bossy Field Legends. F.J. Wrights, William Henry Harrison, and Evan the Otter. Legends, are you ready? On your mark, get set, go!
Lucas, my sources telling me in the journalism world that Richmond Bossy a late scratch this evening. That is faster than Mr. Freeze. Oh, kind of. So, did Evan win or not? I don't think he did. Call the bullpen for Florence. 10, Logan Campbell in to pitch. Campbell's on the mound. The arrow's behind the plate. It's powered by the Answer Auto Repair East. 2319 North River Road, 812-475-9000. Tell them, same from the Otters, send you. The catcher, number 8.
Bottom of the 8th, Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken pitching change with a new wing coming to the game. Pick up the best wings in the tri-state area. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken. Lee's always fresh, never frozen. New wing, Logan Campbell, the righty, in for Evan Webster. Y'alls will switch from left to right against Logan Brown, Mason White, and Amani Larry. The night is done for the youngster, Evan Webster. Best start of his professional career. Maybe the best start by a Florence Y'all this season. First pitch in there for a strike. It's hard to say that there's a better one. 7 innings pitched ties the season high on a longest outing by a pitcher. He's now with Villalobos and Reed Smith. 3 hits, no runs, no walks, and double-digit strikeouts. He came 2 away from the most strikeouts in a game, which was 12 by Villalobos. You could even say he's doing it with a little bit more pressure in the middle of a playoff race when the Y'alls need him most. 0-2, off speed, misses upstairs. 1-2. So hats off to Evan Webster. Put on a clinic tonight. Logan Campbell in the game. Again, I don't understand why he is out there. 1-2, ground ball left side, through for the left side of the infield. Logan Campbell is your best reliever. Technically not needed in a 9-0 game.
Designated hitter, number 2, Mason White.
But I guess Florence not trying to play around. It's definitely going to be different because I think Evan Webster did so good because he had the lefty advantage. There were 6 lefties in the lineup for Evansville. And Webster had the advantage all night. First pitch, swing and a miss. So now these lefties are saying, thank God there's a righty on the mound. Maybe that could awake them. They're trailing 9-0, but certainly a thought. Campbell always works from the stretch. Now a runner on first. Slows his pace, 0-1, misses upstairs, goes to the backstop. Logan Brown on his way to second. 1-1. Let's take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard, always brought to you by Maximum Plumbing. When you need residential plumbing repairs and replacements, Maximum Plumbing brings the highest standards and top-notch customer service. Our out-of-town scoreboard, we got one that's already been completed. That was New York Boulders at home against Tri-City. The 4-3 New York Boulders win in Game 1 of a doubleheader. I can tell you right now, Game 2 is already in the bottom of the 7th. Tri-City's on top 5-1. Long meeting on the mound between Campbell and Gutierrez. New Jersey and Trois-Rivières. That's at Trois-Rivières. 7-5. Trois-Rivières leads. It's a 1-1 count with a runner on second and nobody out. Big swing and a miss, 1-2. Over in Quebec just continues to dominate. They're 8-2 in their last 10. They have a 6-0 lead over the Ottawa Titans at the bottom of the 7th. That looks like your team to beat from the East. 1-2. Skies it in the air, shallow right field. Levy backpedaling. Makes the grab. There's one away. Brings up Amani Larry. 1 for 2 today.
Second baseman, number 12.
A final that just happened between Sussex County and New England. Sussex County came out on top 6-5 at Sussex County. And let's go to the big ones that we'll be following. Absolutely massive game right now at Washington. That one skied out towards right field. Well hit. Davis is going back with room in front of the track. Puts up the glove and makes the grab, tagging from second to third, Logan Brown. 2 away, runner on third. J.J. Cruz will come to the plate. Washington on top 8-2 over the Lake Erie Crushers.
J.J. Cruz.
That's a big one. Florence trails Lake Erie in the playoff race by 5 games currently. With a win for Florence and a loss for Lake Erie, they'd move 4 back. And Lake Erie would continue to play Washington while Washington's at home, which I know is a tough task for Lake Erie. Really just need Washington to keep doing what they're doing and pound on the Lake Erie Crushers. That one missed downstairs, 1-0. Another game we'll be watching, which had a lengthy rain delay in the beginning. It's Joliet Schaumburg. They're tied 1-1 in the bottom of the second. That one connects bottom of the zone. Bottom of the second. A delayed start from the rain there in Schaumburg. They're on the same time as we are, so 8:50 right now. They got a long way to go. And then in a rain delay at Windy City, obviously that rain still in Chicago. Windy City down 5-0 to the Gateway Grizzlies. Ground ball down the third base line, but foul. Gateway would just put themselves up a little more. They're in second right now for that last playoff spot. It's very possible. And if Florence goes to Gateway for that final series, somehow scratches themselves into the playoff spot, they'll play Gateway again at Gateway for the play-in game to go to Washington. 1-2 misses upstairs. It's possible. Now that's all dependent on how that 6-game series between Gateway and Florence goes. Can Florence come out on top of it? If they do, it's a pretty good chance, I would say, that they're in the playoffs. 2. Foul down the third base line. We'll do it again. If they can't, they really would have to be relying on playing other teams that are out of the playoffs, like this Evansville series, like the Joliet series, and then also rely on Lake Erie to be losing as well. So I like the idea that the Otters just keep winning. Just keep this going. From the stretch, 2-2. Ground ball over to Levy at second. Corrals it, throw on to first is in time. Logan Campbell lets up a leadoff single, but strands him over at third. Simply business after that. We head to the top of the 9th. Y'all's last offensive inning. They're up 9-0 here on Y'all's Baseball Network.
The Holy Moly Shuffle. Can you find where Holy Moly dug himself? Don't let him get away. Thanks for playing. switches to underground utilities. Know what's below. Call 811 or visit 811now.com at least 2 full working days before every digging project, no matter how large or small.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you have all been waiting for. The winner of tonight's half-off drawing, taking home $399. $399. That's how much you're taking home. The winning ticket number is 3347136. 3347136. Please meet the Habitat representative at the Habitat table, located right next to the main entryway here at the ballpark for $399. 3347136. Tyler Ross in to pitch. The battery Ross is on the mound. Behind the plate, it's powered by the Answer Auto Repair East. 2219 North River Road, 812-475-9000. Tell them St. Romy Otters sent you. The fielder, 25, Stephen Rustich.
Top half of the ninth, Rustich at the plate, followed by Gutierrez and Levy, 7-8-9 up for Florence. They're up 9-0. New pitcher on the mound, Tyler Ross, in there for John Boehmer. First pitch catches bottom of the zone, in there for a strike. Rustich today, 2 for 3, 2 runs scored and a walk. Hasn't been retired since the second. 0-1, misses outside. What a night from John Boehmer. Really quieted the Y'all's bats. 3 1/3 innings pitched, 1 hit, no runs, 2 walks and 6 strikeouts. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Rustich pulling way out. So, even if the Y'alls end today on the broadcast, if I was a fan of Frontier League Baseball, I would just follow along maybe on frontierleague.com with that Schaumburg game. Y'alls can move into 4th place with a Schaumburg loss. We just saw the finale of the Wild Things. They did complete that game and won 8-2. 2-2 misses upstairs. So Lake Erie did drop the game. With a Florence win, they'll move to 4 games out of a playoff spot. Payoff pitch, fouled away. Now we're just looking for Schaumburg to lose as well. And that game's is gonna take a while. For you guys on the East Coast, it's 9:56. Good thing is, it's a Friday night. Payoff pitch, misses outside. Leadoff walk for Steven Rustich. Up Sergio Gutierrez. Gutierrez today 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. Your candidates for the player of the week for Florence. That one's skied into center field, drops in for a base hit. Great piece of hitting there from Gutierrez. Gets his first hit of the ball game. Runners on first and second. Saying the batter of the week, entering this one. Zeisler had 6 hits. He was 6 for 12 in the last series. Massey had 6 hits. He was 6 for 11. TJ Reeves ended that game with 6 RBIs. Didn't have the best first 2 games, but he bounces back today with another 3-hit ball game. He might move himself into that position. Picked up another RBI and a run scored. That one misses outside. As well as Ed Johnson, a 3-hit day with 4 RBIs and 2 runs scored. 0-1 to Levy. Roz working from the stretch. 0-1 pitch. Ground ball left side. Third baseman has it. Throw on to second one. Relay to first, sky high. Rustich will come in on the missed throw. Won't be an error. You can't assume the double play.
Hoosier Lottery strikeout batter.
That should not be an error. You can't assume a double play.
Right fielder, Sam Dalton Davis.
However, they did just give it an E4. the correct there. So y'all's on top 10-0. Gutierrez wiped off the base path. It's a fielder's choice. 5-4 on the putout. And Levy's over there at first. Foul ball to Dalton Davis. 1-1 count on him. Davis today has had a very good day as well. 2 hits, 2 for 4 with a walk. Had the run scored. One, swing and a miss, 1-2. It's a 1-2 count. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, top of the zone. Roz picks up his first strikeout.
That's our Hoosier Lottery strikeout batter of the game. Congratulations to Section 7 and going on with Hoosier Lottery cash line coupons.
Ed Johnson will come up to the plate. An end to his night, hopefully on a positive note. Johnson 3 for 4 with a walk and 2 runs scored. He's got 4 RBIs. Brings him to 42 RBIs on the season. Big hack. Fouled it away off the catcher. That game in Joliet really going to be pivotal. Or in Schaumburg. Would be pivotal for Florence. And the Gateway rain delay. You know, the good thing is it's happening at the beginning of a series, so if they do have to end it tonight, they can just move it to tomorrow. Either way, the game is official. Gateway's up 5-0. Be interested in how they handle that. I'd be interested in everything they do this season and how they handle these games that can't be made up because they don't face these players again. Now swinging bunt right back to the pitcher. Throw on to first is in time. Y'all scratch across 1. We'll head to the bottom of the 9th with a 10-0 lead. We'll be right back here on Y'all's Baseball Network.
Get the liner back from the comfort of your own home with self-service options and Heritage. Heritage, proud partner of Evansville Otters baseball. Center fielder number 10, Giovanni DiGiacomo.
Bottom of the 9th, Logan Campbell back out. Y'all's with a 10-0 lead. No 1 count after a fouled pitch from Giovanni DiGiacomo. 0-2 on the day is DiGiacomo. Logan Campbell will close this one out. It's been just pitchers for Florence. Evan Webster, 7-inning shutout, and Logan Campbell trying to close it off. What's at stake here? Yes, a Florence, but also pitcher batting practice. And that would be, pitcher batting practice. We would have 2 still logged up there if this game gets complete without a run scored for the opposition. Broken bat over to the shortstop, Ed Johnson. Throw on run in time. 6-3 on the putout. Back to the top of the order for David Menhem.
The Edward Jones leadoff batter.
We still had one before this that we had to make up, so. And that's when pitchers are able to hit before the game. They play a little hitting game, and me and Jesse Cook actually get to participate. So it should be a lot of fun, if I can say that. First pitch to David Menhem, misses upstairs. He's 0 for 3 today. Broken bat, back to the pitcher. Logan Campbell has it. He'll take it himself. He runs it all the way over. 2 away.
Right
wow.
Fielder, number 23, Gary Mattis.
That ends the night, an 0 for 4 day for David Menhem. First pitch fouled away to Gary Mattis. Mattis is 0 for 3 today with 3 strikeouts. It's like a pitch clock violation on Logan Campbell. Should be 1-1. 1-1 pitch foul away, 1-2. It's a 1-2 count. Logan Campbell looking to close out the Otters. The 1